What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're back here working on the Cummins. I already did some of the cleaning on it. Here is the product we got right now. It's all ready to get degreased. I got the pump off, the power steering pump. This goddamn thing is still stuck on here, but I'll get that at some point. The oil pan, don't really care, so we'll replace that later. These are all kind of cleaned up. I wire wheeled the shit out of this. Over here, we gotta tape these up before we can pressure wash it, degrease it. And here is the trans. Hope you like this awesome rigging system. They might still be here tomorrow, or that will be there. Hopefully not. We'll see. But as you can see, it's all cleaned up. Drop the pan out of it, and it's actually surprisingly clean. Unlike my luck, usually all of them are rusted or metal flake. It's a metallic. It's a sea of metallic is usually what I have to deal with, but nothing at all. Pretty good. So we look like we're in luck. I gotta pull the converter off. Still, we can have that as a core. It's $400. $400 for a core. It's crazy, but guys, welcome to the diesel world. That's what you gotta pay. But so this is all we got here. Pull the drive shaft out. Hopefully that works. Look at this thing. Woo! I finished buffing the thing. It's almost drive ready. Fun fact: the video that I told you we lost all the footage on, that thing, we tried to do a burnout in it, and it didn't. I told him, but so what I know, I told Anthony he needs a supercharger for this thing. I know he watches this thing, so what do you think? Supercharger? Supercharger. I think needs a supercharger. Maybe a cowl hood right here, right over this area. I think so. I think it'd be good burnout machine. But back to what we're talking about here. So we're gonna get this thing pushed out there. It's a solid 25 degrees up in here. Why I live in the Northeast, I don't know, but I wish I was in Florida. Goddamn. But we're gonna get this thing out there, pressure wash back in here, give it a little coat of paint, a little bit bam, and then I will show you guys all of the speed parts that are currently coming. The only thing that hasn't come back yet is the manifold and the turbo, and those should be next week or so. So this should be moving along pretty good. Let's get back. We'll set guys up in the freezing cold out there, and we'll get to it. Whew. It is cold outside, but that's all cleaned up. And now let that dry off out there. Bring it in a little bit, but I'm gonna bring the parts, the speed parts in, show you guys what I got so far. I think you might like it. Let me show you what we got, and here it is. So what we got here is we have a low stall triple disc billet torque converter for this thing. So hopefully all this stuff's from power driven diesel, so they said they recommended this for what we're going for. They also recommended the AFC Live kit, which is a very useful thing. I didn't really think much about it, but it basically replaces your fuel plate. You basically throw that in the trash, see you later, and this controls everything. So a lot more optimal. You can get much more tuning out of it, a lot more performance out of it. So we're gonna give this a go. They recommended that over the fuel plate, so we got that. Then we also got a new water pump because, as you saw, mine was trashed. We got a high lift stock fuel pump. As you can see, it's called a Hot Rod Modified. I asked them about if that would work as a lift pump. They said should be just fine. So we're gonna give it a go. See what works. It was like 2 something. Not bad at all. Then we got, as recommended, a deep, very deep, as you can see, sorry, transmission pan. Definitely was recommended for this, especially what I was doing. And then we get to is the special socket to get the delivery valves out, which I was unaware of until I started talking to the guys at Power Driven Diesel. Also, if you ever need diesel work, Power Driven Diesel, great guys to deal with. They are pretty top notch. They answered all the questions I had about what I needed and what I could get away with and what I could use. So Power Driven Diesel, not a paid promotion, great guys though. Anyway, and then we get into the fueling bits yet. This is what you always need in the Cummins: 3 to 4K governor spring and bases, the upgrade kit. I think we're gonna put the 3,000 springs in it. I gotta do a little more research. 4,000s, I think, with the tranny setup and the torque converter setup. We're not really going for towing, or pulling, or any kind of motorsports for this, so I don't think the 4,000 will work really well. It's still stock valve body, so I don't think the valve body is gonna really react really well with like 4Ks. So I think we're gonna put the 3Ks in it, save the 4Ks for a later date when we wanna go drag racing. And then we have the timing pin kit, which goes with all that. It's a whole kit. And then we got the delivery valves, which we have 025 delivery valves. Now, originally I was going to return these, and I think it's 050s. Don't quote me on that, but it's the next size up, because these are known for basically rolling coal forever. As soon as you breathe on the throttle, the boost creeps, it roll coals everywhere, which I'm always for rolling coal, but at some point you don't. So I was gonna return these, but what they made aware to me is that with these 025s, you're gonna get a lot more flow, but also with the AFC Live, you can control the smoke a lot better with the fueling. As you can see, you got fuel rate, and then you have power, which I don't even know why they give you the option for power. You just put it to the max, but nonetheless, power. So you can control your smoke rate with this, and then these will go in. So these are kind of aggressive, obviously not the most aggressive you can put in it, but for a daily, it's kind of aggressive for a delivery valve. But talking to the guys over at Power Driven, they said they should be okay. I trust them, so we're gonna go with that. That's just a timing tool for the governor kits. This is for this, all for that stuff. And I think that is about all the stuff I need. The only thing that isn't here is the BD 3-piece manifold that is coming next week. They come from Utah, so it takes a while. It's not a big deal. I don't need it at all to put it in, because the turbo also, the Borg Warner, is coming, I think, next week as well. So bigger turbo, bigger power. It's gonna be a good time. The only thing I haven't done yet is I haven't bought the injectors or the bigger injector lines. I don't think I need it yet. I could be wrong. It might run out of fuel. It's a whole trial and error on this system, but I think when I talked to the guys, they say you can get away with those injectors for now. They were healthy injectors, should be fine. Not to worry about it at all. And also, for a side note, the timing, not sure what we're gonna do with the timing yet. Scrolling through the old YouTube pages, a whole bunch of guys, they crank at least 25 degrees. I think when the Galaxy, Cletus McFarlane Motorsports, but I think they turned the Galaxy at about 29 degrees, 28, 29 degrees, which is really up there. It could be okay, I'm not too sure. I think I'm gonna do a little more research. I might call the guys over at Power Driven just to get a safe number. Last thing I want to do is detonate it. Kind of makes sense. So I don't really want to detonate it immediately, so I think it might end up being around like 25, 26 degrees, but we'll figure that out. And it should be good. It's good for with the new Borg Warner turbocharger. It should be about 450 and about 1,000 foot-pounds, which is just kind of what I wanted. I didn't really know what I wanted when I did this build, but I decided 1,000 foot-pounds. I feel like it's necessary when we have a diesel. Let's go get the old Cummins out of the cold. We'll bring her in. little musical chairs. Done with the cleaning. Definitely not recommended to degrees in probably 25-degree weather. That goddamn hose froze up on me, and now I owe Ronnie a handle because, well, I broke it. It's frozen. My bad. Sorry, Ronnie. But I decided to degrease it anyway. I really don't want to wash them once. I really don't want to do it twice. So decreased all that. And then obviously, as you saw, moved Anthony's prized possession outside for I don't die. And he kills me when it gets overspray on it. So now what we're going to do is let these warm up for a little bit. Give them a coat of black paint. Check it out. Finish up painting the Cummins and the transmission and the transfer case. Went with it's like a low gloss, mostly pretty much a flat black, high heat. Should hold up pretty well. It came out kind of what I like, a lot better than what it looked originally. Just nice uniform, black on black color. It's gonna look really mean in the truck for sure, and definitely gonna like all of it. But that'll do it for this episode on the channel. Next we'll start putting the speed parts on it, and after that we will get the big block out of Big Red and start. But as always, guys, keep it smooth, and I'll see you later.